Okay, I'm in my 40s and I have not had a W-2 job for about 6 months. And right now, I'm about to start making one of the biggest bets of my life. I'm going to bet it all on myself. I'm going to bet it all on YouTube. I'm going to bet it all on this whole content creation thing. And trust me, I know it sounds crazy. I know it does. It took me a long time to get here, a lot of planning, writing in my notebook, and making sure that I'm doing this the right way. Because when you're in your 40s or 50s and beyond, you're supposed to play it safe, right? You're not supposed to leave the job that you've got. You're supposed to stay where the steady paycheck is coming from, right? But here I am. And honestly, this YouTube journey has been one of the most eye-opening experiences that I have had, especially when it comes to content creation and monetization and sponsorships and all that stuff. And we're going to get into that in a second. But before I do that, I wanted to introduce myself if this is your first time here on the channel. My name is Vic, and this is Vic Learns Content. I'm talking about YouTubing and content creation after 40 and maybe even in your 50s, 60s, and beyond. I'm talking about content creation. I'm talking about YouTube strategy. I'm talking about figuring out the algorithm and how to grow your channel towards monetization and establish sponsorships and things like that. Now, I wanted to give you a quick backstory of how I got here, right? Without a job, without a W-2 job, and actually betting on myself with all of this. Okay, I served 20 years in the Marines. Okay, so 20 years I retired from the Marines. And after I retired from the Marines, I jumped into a job with an organization, a really good salary, and had to wear like a shirt and tie and all that stuff. And I came on as a supervisor, right? Good position, great position actually. Had a 12-person team under me, and we were doing great things. Probably about 6 to 7 months after I got that job, I was still probationary and I was laid off. Well, I was put on admin leave, right, for about 2 weeks. During that 2 weeks, I had some time to reflect and think about what I actually wanted to do and what the next step was, because I don't know if this is the right organization, because they're downsizing. They brought me on for some reason and then they started downsizing. So they called me back that following Monday and I went back to work. A month later after that, I was explained that, they're going to continue downsizing and now they're looking at people within my position. So chances are I probably won't have a job here in the next few weeks, months, whatever. Around the same time, I was offered a buyout. Essentially, they paid me in order to leave, like a severance pay, I guess. So I accepted the buyout because I just simply didn't know if I was going to have a job, in the next 2 weeks. So it was scary. I've not had, I guess, a W-2 job since I was like 16. I've always worked since I was 16, had a steady paycheck since I was about 16, and all through the military, all through my adult life, right? So I wanted to share all that to let you know that I didn't start out all this stuff with zero money coming in. I do have the retirement income coming in. I did have a good amount of savings from my time in the military, investments, things like that. But that doesn't take away the fact that I was able to build a healthy monthly income through YouTube monetization, through sponsorships on YouTube, through coaching and consulting. And I also do run another online business that brings in recurring monthly income as well. The crazy part with all of this is I've been able to do this whole YouTube monetization and sponsorships and bring in several thousands of dollars over the last 6 months since I've not had this W-2 job. And my channel has not even hit 10,000 subscribers yet. Okay, I'm actually sitting at around like 9,800 right now. So I wanted to break this video up into several parts, all right? 2 parts to be exact. All right, let's talk about monetization first. Okay, so a lot of people think that when you are monetized on YouTube, then the money just starts rolling in. It doesn't. I mean, I don't know how to tell you. It doesn't. All right. Getting monetized is a huge milestone. It really is. But that's when the work starts. That is not the finish line. Okay. My main channel right now, that in my specific niche, I got monetized in 2025, early 2025. And I hit the 500 subscriber threshold that they require, and the 90-day uploads. It's like three uploads within 90 days. I hit that pretty quick. The tough part was the 3,000 watch hours that they require to get monetized. That was the tough part. That took some time because it was a mix of consistent uploads, of choosing better topics, for, a lot of trial and error here, better titles, working on thumbnails, and putting out videos that people actually wanted to see. Even once you're monetized, the money may not be what you think. And I'll share a little bit here about what I'm bringing in. My most watched video right now has about 233,000 views. It has brought in about 12,000 watch hours. It has helped me gain, just that video alone, 1,885 subscribers. And so far, it has made $669 in ad revenue. And it goes up every so often because people are still watching that video, right? And to be honest, I'm totally grateful for that 669. But I just wanted to be real here, right? Like a video with 200,000 views, making $669 is not exactly like the quit your job and move to the beach type of money. That brings me to the second part that I wanted to touch on, and that is sponsorships. This is where it all kind of changed for me. Okay, in my opinion, sponsorships are where smaller creators, smaller YouTube channels can start making some real money. If you build your channel around a specific audience, you build trust with this audience, you build that community, and there are companies out there and organizations that want to get in front of those people that you have, that community that you have built. And it's not about, being schemy or anything like that. It's just people want to put a good product out for people who are interested in those things. And by chance, you have built a community around that stuff. So I'll tell you, when it comes to sponsorships, I don't just work with anybody. Okay, I want to continue that trust. So I research the companies. I do my reviews. Or I look at the reviews. I ask people about them. If they're a business, I check with the Better Business Bureau, things like that. So I do my homework on this stuff. I want to make sure that they're legitimate before I put anybody in front of my audience. So some companies, some of these have wanted affiliate sponsorships. And that's where you only get paid if someone buys, right? You do the ad for them, you put them in front of your audience, and potentially your audience goes out, and if they purchase something, then you get a percentage of that or some kind of dollar amount. That may work for some people. That's not my preferred way of doing it, all right? Because it's too much of a gamble for me. I don't know if I'm going to actually make anything from that. So for me, I went towards a more tiered sponsorship type of package type of deal. And I'll share a little bit more of that in upcoming videos. If you want to hear more about these sponsorship tiered packages that I do, comment below and let me know. Okay, so this is a simple way for me to do this because the company can actually choose which sponsorship they want to do based on whatever their marketing budget is, right? So I can actually tailor some of this stuff around the sponsorship and whatever they need. So maybe they want like a dedicated video, maybe they want just a mention inside of a video, that's fine, right? Maybe it's just a community post or something like that. It's whatever, we can tailor that, I can tailor that. And it's pretty easy to do right now because I'm the only one doing this, right? I don't have a team of people, so I have eyes on, boots on the ground per se, on all of this stuff. So I just want to tell you that, it's a very viable, very real business strategy. YouTube, it can be a place where you upload videos, of course, anybody does that, but it can also be like an entire media platform that you can use as a business if you so choose to. And it's not always fun and games. Sometimes it can be a little bit difficult. There have been videos where I think it's gonna, it's gonna go blow up and it's gonna be huge and people are gonna love this topic, and it's just crickets. I get like 100 views on this stuff, and there's some like that other one that I got 230 something thousand views. So it's kind of hit or miss, but that goes into understanding the algorithm, or working with alongside the algorithm and building a community of people who want to be around your YouTube channel. So essentially here in my 40s, what brought me to all of this is I didn't want to be sitting in a cubicle anymore. I didn't want to go and do the old 9 to 5 anymore. I wanted to build something. I wanted to create something. I wanted to help people. I wanted freedom. I wanted to be able to drop my kids off at school and pick them up when they're done. And I can't really do that from a 9 to 5. I miss all that stuff if I'm sitting behind a computer at a cubicle all day. So yes, I'm in my 40s. I have not had a W-2 job for about 6 months. Right now I'm building content. I'm building sponsorships. I am coaching, I'm consulting, I run an online business, and I'm going all in on this. And I want to share the journey with you. I want you along for the ride. And if you're going to be doing something like this too, if you're looking to go all in on YouTube and you just don't know where to start, maybe you're a little afraid about what's to come, hey, join in on the channel, subscribe, like, and I'd be happy to share all the information that I'm learning with you. If you're on the fence, comment below. Let me know what you want to hear, why you're on the fence, and what would help you feel a little bit better about going all in on YouTube. With that, I look forward to the next upload with you and having you along for the journey.